Good morning to fellow candidates. So today we will be discussing about how can a school's environment best be improved. So to start, a school is an educational institution designed to provide learning spaces for students to gain knowledge under the direction of teachers. So speaking of teachers, I think that hiring more teachers is one of the best ways to improve a school's environment. This is because teachers are often called as the backbone of society. They are like the role models to students, to children, and as they offer guidance and dedication, they hold the power of education. So there are cases where schools lack lack teachers, where they have more students. It's normal for having more students than teachers, but there are some schools where the teachers, not the amount of teachers are too low. So why I think it's important to hire more teachers is that it has been normalized that some schools do not mean they think they have enough, but in reality they do not have enough teachers. So as a, as an example, there are many situations where there are too many students in the school, so the teacher must teach many classes at one time. So teaching many classes at one time may increase the teacher's workload, and this may lead to stress. And when the teachers are not emotionally stable and are stressed, they may lead to knowledge dumping towards their students. This not only affects the teacher's emotion, but also affects the students' motivation and their learning conditions. So, if we hire more teachers, we can decrease the number of students in a class. So the teachers can have better control in conducting their lessons, and this may lead to an improved teaching to the students. So the students can also improve their studies. So I think that the ministry should recruit more teachers in schools so that we can improve the learning in the schools. Besides, we have many university students nowadays where they are majoring in learning courses such as IPG. So we have many future teachers in our hands, so there is no problem in recruiting more teachers for schools. So what do you think about this discussion, Candy?
In my opinion, I think by training teachers better is the most essential things that government should do. Why? Because just now we said that if we decrease the number of students in class and provide more teachers, it would be better. But I think if the teachers itself know how to teach and how to communicate with the student, therefore student can get the best education and more easily to absorb information from that learning process. I also think in terms of context, comfortable environment, I think we have known that most of the schools might have a bullying case or violence action that made by students. Most of that violence action are caused from the without actions of teachers, which is the teachers more frequently avoid the kids. And when the government train more teachers in terms of handling the bullying process or in terms of giving advice to those students who did not follow the instruction, thus therefore we can decrease the violence action number in school and more students will be more comfortable to go to school and they would not absence in any class. What do you think candidates say about my point?
Thank you, candidate A and candidate B. From my opinion, I agree with what candidate B has stated, which is It's true, hiring more teachers can contribute to a better school environment. However, the teacher themselves should know how to teach, and most importantly, like student B has stated, they should know how to take care of the children. Hence, why we also have counselors in school. Teachers should take care of students' mental health too to provide a better environment. So, in addition to that, to create a better school environment, school buildings can also be renovated. For example, school facilities, basic facilities such as toilets, libraries, they should be improved. They should have nothing lacking in their function so that students can fully maximize the facilities. For example, schools nowadays lack uh, toilets for special needs, for people with special needs. So if a school provide a toilet for this kind of people, I think it's better for the school environment. What do you think, candidate A?
Thank you, candidate C. I agree that we have to improve the facilities in the school so that we can provide a more comfortable learning space for the students. And I also agree with what candidate B has mentioned, where we have to train the teachers, which is more important than hiring more teachers. Where when we train the teachers, we can improve them pro- in protecting the students actually. So I think this has a relation to the last point I want to emphasize, which is the improving the school security. So safety and the school environment are two sides of the same coin. So unsafe schools tend to have less students engagement and lower attendance, while a safer school where there are positive environments, we can see there have higher engagements and graduation rates and attendance. So feeling safe is an essential part of a positive environment, one that promotes social and emotional development so that in turn they will feed back into creating a safer school. Because when violence or crime is present, the students or the staff are more concerned about their self preservation and their safety more than caring about learning or teaching. But the I think that the most important step to improve a school environment is training the teachers, where where it is more important than hiring more teachers because we often stick to quality over quantity. So hiring more teachers doesn't mean that we can improve the teaching in that certain school. So what do you think, candidates?
I think what candidate A said is true because by renovating school building, we need a teacher who is have a responsibility and know how to communicate with students. The teachers need to know how to get feedback by communicating to the student and getting the feedback about the buildings or the facilities on that school so that it can be improved. And also with the teachers that are trained better, they would be able to improve the school by giving any time any type of resolution to the government and make the school building becomes better.
So, in conclusion, I think we all had stated our own point in which candidate A has talked about hiring more teachers, and I talked about renovating school buildings to can also contribute to a better school environment, managing school security, and most importantly, about training teachers better. Um, so all of us agree that training teachers better is the most important factor that will contribute to a better school environment. I think that's all for our discussion today. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.